What's going on, guys? This is Shaquille here. I'm going to show you how to use the Photoshop editing tool. It's a tool through the Adobe system, so if you have one of those accounts, you can easily just log on and you won't have to sign up for it or anything. There is a fee for it. It's $9.99 a month if you want to use the regular basic package. They have a 7-day free trial if you ever want to check it out, or if you need to edit a photo one quick time. I highly recommend it. It's a really cool app, actually. This is the first time I've ever edited a photo, and I've learned some pretty cool tricks, I guess. So to start, I'm going to show you where the crop button is. That's a pretty important function for a lot of people. If you're ever cropping anything, you want to uncheck the delete crop pixels just so it doesn't delete completely. And you can always go back and change it. So as you can see, it changes this. This is the original photo. Just changes the different sides for the most part. Most people know what the crop function does, but for the sake of this photo, we're gonna leave it the size it is. Here, you will click the check mark to add the changes, or the cancellation button to remove the changes. There was no, I didn't make any changes, so I clicked the cancellation button. A very important part about this app is the layers. So you want to click on layers, new, add a new layer. The layer is to pick whatever section you're on, or whatever part of your editing you want to do. You can break it into layers. So if you want to change the color, if you want to crop something out, if you want to remove a specific item, if you want to add an item, you can do each of those steps in layers. And this is how you would add a new layer to your screen. That way you can do each step that way. So for this one, I'm going to start off with the color change. So I'm going to name this color. I'm going to name it color change just to be more specific. Click OK. And now that I have color change, that layer added, another important thing, you want to make sure you save each section just so you can always go back and do it. So for this, I'm going to click save as. I have it titled the ett329 final project. In this slot, you want to save it under the Photoshop app itself. That way you can save the layers and everything to it, and it's easy to come back and edit. And you always want to have this clicked, that way your layers are still there. You click save. Now replace it. And then here's the little note that comes up. It interferes with some function with it. I honestly don't know what that is, but just click OK. So we're gonna go ahead and move right into it. So for the color change, you want to go to select. Sorry, my computer's really funky. You want to scroll down to color range, and what color range does, it brings up the whatever colors you want to change. It brings up the whole picture in a scale, and in this scale you can select whatever you want. So say I selected this background here, whatever's white is the color you want to change. So you can click anywhere in the area, and it'll for the most part highlight everything that's close to that base of the color. But it can get real specific on the color itself, like it has to be that exact color. So you see in these areas, it doesn't have the reflection or the extra glistening areas of the photo. Those are whole other aspects of the car. You see this is a different aspect color. This is a different aspect color. Just different areas. So you always you can click in different spots to make sure you get the most. So after you click it, that's what comes up. The white is what you're working on. What you want to do is to click to change the entire car, to get everything in that color. You would hold down the shift key, and as you do that, you can go and click in another area of the car, and it brings up more of that color. Look on there, see whatever's black. You see it's a little dark up here, so there's something in the front of the car. Click on that. You see it filled in now. And just in all the different areas, you see it's a little spot down here in this corner. So in this corner, I want to go down here, click on that. It even got the the bottom or the top of the bumper. You click on that just to make sure it gets every aspect. You see this strip right here, it's this more so shiny reflected area. You click on that and make sure that changes as well. That little black dot is the gas cap, that's black, so you can leave that the same. It looks like it might be a little shinier edge that still needs to get got, so you can also drag it. So when you're holding down the shift key, you can drag along and it will pick up any extra areas that need to be picked up. The roof of the car for the most part is gotten. It doesn't look like it's anything that's really left out. And that looks like the whole car for the most part to me. So what we're gonna do next is you can release it. This invert button, you want to make sure it's not checked. Occasionally it's checked, sometimes it's not. The invert, only thing it's gonna do is change what you clicked on to what you don't want to change, and then change the color of everything else surrounding it. So make sure that invert button is not checked. Make sure what the color you do want to change is the white section and the color left alone is a black section. So you click OK or press enter, however you want to do it, and that's gonna outline everything that's going to be colored and not colored, so it looks like there wasn't anything left out. Everything that's staying one color seems to be outlined, so it looks pretty good. We're gonna go down here to this bottom right hand corner of the screen under the layers. This black and white circle is to add a new layer on top of fixing whatever you want to change in that layer. So I'm going to go to hue and saturation. That's how you change the color of it. When you go here, the hue is the color itself for the most part, so you can drag this bar, and as you can see, it changes the color of the car. Now, if you look closely, you can see that there are a few strips here, little fine areas that could have got touched up on. When you're really digging into it, you want to focus on stuff like that so you can make sure it's changed. But for time's sake, we won't even get into that, but we can leave it here as blue. Got the little shade of red. It actually looks pretty cool to me. Here's your brightness, of course. You can make it dark to black, basically, or to white, or of course you want to just leave that at 0 so you can change the color. The saturation is just really the intensity of the color. So if you really want to intensify the blue a little bit, or if you want to brighten the blue a little bit, just stuff like that. So, and we can leave that at 0 as well. So we're going to leave it as such. That is the color change portion. As you can see, it only changed the highlighted areas. The next thing I want to touch on is removing a section. So you actually would want to add a new layer. So new layer, this one, spot healing. And all spot healing is you're removing a section of the picture. So you're gonna go to this tool right here. As you can see, it says spot healing brush tool. So that little circle, that's the area that you're gonna remove. You can use the left and right bracket keys. The right one makes the circle larger, the left one makes it smaller, and you can just remove certain aspects of the picture. So say I want to remove that little black dot. You don't want to make it too big, obviously you want to make it just a little bigger than the object you want to move. That way it doesn't mess with the pixels too much. You will click on that. You see the little black spot is gone. Say you want to remove like the door handle or something for whatever reason. Now the door handle is gone. There's different ways you can change the picture. You can move the gas cap, whatever you want to move, you can move. Whatever you want to add, there's stuff you can add to it. But those are the main basic functions that a lot of people use when Photoshop and photo editing pictures. So thank you guys for watching. Any critiques, I would love to hear it. and that is how you use the Photoshop app. There's many tools that you can use. It's so much in this app that you can use. The video would be well over. I see I went over the time a little bit as is, but it would be well over the time if I was to break down each and every piece. So if you're interested, you can download it, try it for the 7-day trial. Really cool app. If some editing photos is something you're interested in, check it out and just learn each and every function on here and have fun while doing it. So thanks you guys for watching, and that is my video.